Okay, now let us go to the next category of addition polymers. We call them as addition copolymers now. We've done addition homopolymers, now we take up addition copolymers. Now, addition copolymers are those polymers which are formed by addition reaction, but because they are copolymers, they are formed by addition reactions of two different types of monomers. So, here the first one is like styrene butadiene rubber. As the name tells you, it is a copolymer formed by styrene and butadiene undergoing addition reaction. However, styrene butadiene rubber, which is also known as BUNA-S, is formed by addition reaction, but it can be done in two different ways, right? The first category of addition reaction is done in presence of alkyl mercaptan and water. So this reaction is done under aqueous conditions in presence of alkyl mercaptan. Alkyl mercaptan would act as a catalyst for for a free radical addition reaction to occur. So here free radical addition reaction occurs. So a free radical addition reaction occurs, and the polymer which is formed has smaller size and is more viscous. Thus we say an emulsion gets formed ideally. Emulsion. So this is one reaction where an emulsion type of polymer gets formed. This is like a softer version, in form of almost in liquid form, a thick viscous liquid form, and this is one way of getting it. Another way of getting this polymer is not through a free radical mechanism, but it can be obtained through anionic addition polymerization. Now, the second type of reaction can be done. So here it can be done in presence of alkyl lithium and in non-aqueous conditions. So second type of polymer is done under non-aqueous conditions, right? Here anionic polymerization is observed. So this is basically anionic polymerization that takes place, right? Now this polymer has polymer chains of higher mass. The polymer is hard and less flexible. So it is hard and less flexible, right? This is also called SPR, which is nothing but styrene butadiene rubber. So basically this is more like a rubber, and generally the ratio of butadiene and styrene is 1:3. That's the molar ratio which is generally observed. Now you can give the reaction also. So it is like, this is your styrene. Styrene has, I can put it up like this. This is N molecules, this is styrene. And this is your butadiene. It is 13 butadiene, N molecules. Now here you can use anything, free radical, which is done in presence of alkyl mercaptan, or anionic mechanism, alkyl lithium. Look at the arrows now. This gets a bond here, this goes here, this goes here, and this goes forward. And so let me show you how this happens. So we can take up the whole thing. This is my benzene, and this was like CH, right? And we can have CH connected here, CH2, and then we can have CH2, CH2, CH double bond CH, and then we have CH2 going forward n times. This is SBr, styrene butadiene rubber, right? You can practice this from the from the book, and you can very easily get it, right? Okay, now what are the properties? So let me talk about the properties. All right, first of all, this is like synthetic rubber. It is, because of more organic nature, it is reactive towards oils, wastewater, and ozone. This is primarily due to the double bond that it has, the multiple bond that it has. More viscous. Than rubber. More viscous than rubber. Very high tensile strength. And you can also have maintains elasticity. At high temperatures. So these are all different properties associated with this, SPR. So you need to know this. We have the preparation done. We have a lot of things done here. You can go through the preparations. The first one is a free radical mechanism. The other one is anionic mechanism. You can take styrene and butadiene and you can make a polymer here. Properties are given as I've given you here. Now we move on to the uses. So let us take up the uses now, one by one. Making chewing gums. Now you know what chewing gums are made up of. Making paints, making shoes, making tires, etc. These are some of the uses of this rubber, styrene butadiene rubber. So just make a note of all this and learn this properly. I can have this also, just a moment. I can make this a little small that it fits here. And I can make this small so that it fits again with the rest. So this is all about your styrene butadiene rubber that you can have the full thing. Very important part, you have to know this and learn it properly. So the next that we have in the category of addition copolymers would be Butadiene. Again, this is a copolymer which is formed by polymerization of butadiene with acrylonitrile, right? And this is again done in presence of a peroxide. So it follows free radical mechanism, right? You can see that the polymer is formed by butadiene getting added onto acrylonitrile. You can see that the bond here breaks. This bond shifts here. The chain connects through these two carbons then, right? And you can see that here the properties, because of having CN in the structure, right, the molecule is very polar, so the polymeric chains are extremely polar, so resistant towards oil or petrol. This is one of the key properties. No organic solvent can affect this, right? So this is very, very important. Resistant towards petrol, resistant towards oil, resistant, I can call this as resistant towards organic solvents. So this is one of the key properties about this polymer here, and that is the reason why it has some very special uses. So if you go through the uses of this polymer, you find that the uses would include, it is used for making oil seals. See, oil seals, the seals would not get affected by oil, so making oil seals. Making hose pipes through which organic solvents or petrol or oil is been transferred. And it is also used for lining of petrol tanks. So it is also used for lining of petrol tanks because the inner lining of any petrol tank is made from this polymer, which makes it very safe to store petrol, right? So I think this is it. So we have the whole thing given together, right? This is the nitrile rubber, again, the second addition copolymer that you all have to know. After this, we would go to the next category. In my next video, I would be talking about condensation or step growth polymerization. We've done addition polymerization. After this, we would take up the step growth or condensation polymerization.